my shoulder. You got a picture. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Do my tag on. I got it in the bag, man. I'm getting all type of cash. I'm a general truth.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Detroit!
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll set up a throw. It's complete to Snead. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Leopards! Leopards!
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete here on 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field here come the Panthers. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball. Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Back to throw here. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11B. One day, 53. 626, 626. 1, 627.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the end zone, Locke. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Again, this is Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Luck. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run the counter with Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On. 12.
Off of play action, Luck sliding out of the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch to the right.
After the interception, it's Locke. Steps away to his left. Forced out to his left. Fights through, and now a crease. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Handoff comes to Cook. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, easy.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Barnett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Locke. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Corn Elder. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Gone! Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Love. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Luck on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. Now Cook. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Right. Hey, easy.
To throw on second down is Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Go hard.
They'll run with Cook. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Be right. Check. Go hard.
Throwing is Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met Finn. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. This is McCaffrey, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Gano's kick is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Locke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Locke. Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught at the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Luck now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. McCaffrey on the counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
One last throw here for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League.